The air on the set of the Kelly Clarkson Show buzzed with anticipation. Jennifer Lopez, one of the biggest names in entertainment, was set to make her grand appearance. Tickets for the episode had sold out in under 10 minutes, and the studio audience, clutching signs, phones, and 1,000 unspoken hopes of catching a viral moment, was electric. J.Lo was there to promote her upcoming World Tour Rebirth 2025 and her newly released biopic-style film From the Bronx to Billboard. What no one, not even the staff, expected was the storm that would unfold live in front of the cameras. The show kicked off smoothly. Kelly Clarkson, ever the warm and bubbly host, welcomed Jennifer with a dazzling smile. As J.Lo strutted onto the set in a sharp cream suit paired with her signature Louboutin heels, the applause reached deafening levels. She waved, posed briefly for the cameras, and sat beside Kelly on the pastel-toned couch, exuding Hollywood grace. Their opening banter was light and familiar. They chatted about music, motherhood, and the pressures of staying relevant in an ever-shifting industry. Jennifer spoke passionately about her commitment to her roots, her relentless work ethic, and how this tour was more personal than anything she'd ever done. Kelly nodded supportively, throwing in the occasional relatable anecdote, and the crowd lapped it up. But then came the curveball. With a faint smile and a flip of her cue cards, Kelly leaned in. "Now, Jen, I have to ask," she began cautiously. "There's been a lot of talk lately, tabloid chatter, really, about some tension between you and Ben, and even some words exchanged with, let's say, another well-known actress. How do you handle all of that while staying focused on your art?" Jennifer's eyes narrowed ever so slightly. The smile remained, but the warmth behind it flickered. "I wasn't told we'd be covering that," she said, her voice steady but undeniably sharper. Kelly tried to smooth it over. "Totally understand if you don't want to dive in, it's just something a lot of fans are curious about. I figured if we talk about it here, you get to tell your side, on your terms." Jennifer stiffened in her seat, crossing one leg tightly over the other. "I think my art speaks for itself. And I came here to talk about that. Not rumors, not gossip." The audience, sensing a shift, quieted down. Kelly, perhaps misreading the moment, attempted to keep things upbeat. "Oh, of course, totally fair. I just like to keep things real, you know." She chuckled, then added lightly, "And sometimes celebs can be a little sensitive about the headlines." Jennifer blinked slowly. She sat back, her posture now more defensive than relaxed. "Sensitive," she echoed, her voice low but cutting. "I'm not sensitive, Kelly. I'm setting a boundary. There's a difference." The tension on set was now undeniable. The audience looked back and forth between the two stars like spectators at a tennis match. Kelly shifted uncomfortably, her usual ease clearly rattled. "I didn't mean to offend you," she said sincerely. "Honestly, I respect you so much. I just thought." Jennifer leaned forward slightly, her expression fierce. "Let me make it easy for you. If we're not going to talk about the actual work I'm here to promote, then I'm not interested in continuing this conversation." Before Kelly could respond, Jennifer unclipped her microphone with a practiced flick and placed it carefully on the table between them. The room held its breath. With the grace of someone who'd been under cameras her entire life, she stood up, adjusted her blazer, and turned to the audience. "Thank you all," she said briefly, and with that, she walked off the set, heels clicking sharply across the studio floor. The stunned silence was only broken by a few gasps and a couple of hesitant claps. Kelly remained seated, visibly thrown. "Well, that was unexpected," she said with an awkward smile, trying to regain control. "We'll be right back." The screen cut to commercial as producers flooded the stage behind the scenes. No one knew it at that moment, but the clip was already being uploaded, rewatched, and dissected by millions around the world. And it was only the beginning of a media firestorm. Backstage chaos erupted the moment Jennifer Lopez exited the set. Her team was already in motion, security clearing paths, publicists making urgent calls, assistants shielding her from paparazzi who had somehow caught wind of the tension inside. Jennifer didn't yell, she didn't cry, she just walked, calm, poised, and furious. But to those who knew her well, that silence was louder than any outburst. Inside the studio, Kelly Clarkson sat stiffly on the couch. Her cue cards were now resting forgotten on the table. As the cameras went to commercial, she exhaled slowly, looking over at her producers with visible confusion. "Why was that question even in there?" she asked, her voice just loud enough to carry backstage. "We cleared the topics in advance, didn't we?" One producer hurried over, whispering something into her ear. Kelly's face shifted from confusion to frustration. "So someone added it last minute. Without telling me." she snapped. It was clear the fallout wasn't just between her and J.Lo, it was about to spread within her own team as well. Meanwhile, on the internet, chaos was brewing. Within 10 minutes, clips from the show, especially the moment Jennifer removed her mic and stormed off, were all over TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Hashtags like hashtag #JLO walks off, hashtag Kelly vs JLO, and hashtag talk show meltdown were trending across platforms. Fans flooded the comment sections, offering a mix of support, outrage, and memes that spread like wildfire. Team J.Lo argued that Kelly blindsided Jennifer and crossed a professional line. Others pointed out that celebrities know what they're signing up for on talk shows, and accused J.Lo of being diva-like. Still, some fans took a more nuanced stance, applauding both women for standing their ground, while lamenting the public unraveling of what could have been a great interview. That night, Jennifer Lopez posted a story on Instagram, an elegant black and white photo of her looking away from the camera, accompanied by a single sentence. "Silence is self-respect." She didn't name Kelly. She didn't need to. Kelly, on the other hand, took a different route. During a special behind-the-scenes segment on her show the next day, she addressed the situation directly. Sitting alone on her set, she looked into the camera with a serious expression. "I want to take a moment to talk about what happened yesterday with Jennifer Lopez," she began. "First off, I have tremendous respect for her and everything she's accomplished. The last thing I ever want is for a guest to feel uncomfortable on my show. We're looking into how that moment made it to the cards, and I've already had conversations with my team about respecting guest boundaries. That being said, this is a live show. Things happen, emotions run high, and we're all human." The statement was met with a wave of responses online, some applauding Kelly's accountability, others accusing her of playing the victim. Meanwhile, late-night talk show hosts jumped on the drama. Jimmy Fallon joked, "It's so tense even Ben Affleck looks relaxed compared to this," while Stephen Colbert offered a parody skit of the walk-off, complete with glitter and a fog machine. Behind the scenes, NBC executives were in full damage control mode. Advertisers were watching closely, and so were future celebrity guests. Rumors leaked that Jennifer's team was requesting the full segment be buried, but the network held firm. The edited episode aired 2 days later with most of the tension removed, but that did little to contain the storm. The full, uncut version had already been leaked and shared across the internet, amassing over 50 million views in 24 hours. Talks of a possible reconciliation episode began to surface. Would Jennifer return to clear the air? Could Kelly extend a private apology in hopes of rebuilding bridges? Sources close to Jennifer said she wasn't interested. She's focused on her tour. She doesn't need drama to sell tickets, one insider told Variety. Meanwhile, tickets to her Rebirth 2025 tour spiked in sales. Some fans claimed the drama made them want to support her more. Others said they were buying tickets just to see if she might address the incident live. In the end, the moment became more than just a walk-off. It sparked national